In this video, we're doing something pretty special. We're going back in time to our investment portfolio, our master investment portfolio. We have all kinds of great picks and great projects that we stand by, but we're going to re-examine our selections and the altcoins and the assets in that portfolio and basically let you know how they've done ever since we publicly announced we'd be investing in those projects. So this video is going to kind of act like a scorecard of how well we did in terms of those previous selections. We'll also let you know what we would have changed had we known what we know today. We'll be sharing our thoughts about what we feel you ought to be holding for Q4 and this upcoming bull run. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. I sincerely wish you well. But just remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor, and also remember that by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. Let's start with a consideration of our Q1 and some Q2 recommendations. But to begin with, in Q1, we had two videos in February of this year on where to invest $1,500 in AI gems. And in total, we recommended 6 projects. So on the 19th of February, we recommended DOT, Sol, and Kuji. And then about a week later, actually, on the 28th of February for AI gems, we recommended RNDR, Track, TRAC, aka Origin Trail, and the Graph, GRT. I'm going to be referencing those videos that we did. Again, AI suggestions in February 2024. I'll include them as well in the description of this video below. So you can click on the links and watch those videos for context or whatever, just for transparency's sake. I'm letting you know that's where they are. That's where you can find them. So how did we do? Well, let's begin with Polkadot here, ticker DOT, D-O-T. On the 19th of February, if we zoom out to the last year, it was doing a lot better. $7.50. It's now at $4.24 as I record. So that's down a good 45%. Not good. That's a pretty rough start, I have to say, in terms of Polkadot. Then we have Sol on the 19th of February, zooming out to the last year. Sol was trading at $111. It's up right now at $149.10 as I record. That's pretty good. That's a gain of about 30% in, let's remember, what's otherwise been a pretty rough environment for altcoins. So that's a nice gain there for Solana. Now Kuji, K-U-J-I. This one's tough. We've had them in our master portfolio for almost 2 years. And by now, I'm sure you probably know that the team mismanaged risk in one of their wallets and got liquidated using Kuji as backing for some of their LPs. The token tanked, and then Thorchain came to the rescue. On the 19th of February, the price of Kuji was $4.13. Today, it is at 33.5 cents, a drop of about 90%. That one really hurts. And look, we believe its rebirth as part of the Thorchain ecosystem is going to be a good move long term. But for now, holders are suffering, including our master portfolio and some of the Altcoin Buzz team as well, believe me. So here we have this 3-coin portfolio. Again, Polkadot, Solana, and Kujira. One was profitable out of the 3, and no question about it, though. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you bought all 3 in February in equal amounts, you lost quite a bit. Let's switch now to the AI gems, beginning with RNDR. So first of all, it renamed to Render. R-E-N-D-E-R is now the ticker, so just take note of that. On the 18th of February, let's zoom out here to the last year. Render, at the time RNDR, was trading at $8.01. Today it's at $5.54, so that's down about 35%. This is a project that we love long-term, so that's an unfortunate loss over that period of time. It's actually a little bit surprising for us to see as well, given all the great stuff that they've done. But we're not shaken in terms of Render, R-E-N-D-E-R, again, is the ticker now. We're holding on to this one. The long-term is very promising as we see it. Then in terms of AI projects, we also recommended Track, T-R-A-C. That's Origin Trail. Looking at the last year here on the 28th of February, Track was trading at $1.07. Today it's just below 52 cents. That is down a little over 50% in the last 7 months. That's not great. And then our third AI recommendation was the Graph, ticker GRT, which today is up over 5%. But looking back at the last year, it was trading at 28 cents in February. and now is down to just over 17 cents. So that's about a 50% loss as well. As you can see, our top AI picks, and they are still high quality projects, by the way, but they were down between 40 and 50% in 7 months. What's interesting is that when we compare it to Bitcoin, BTC is only down 5% in that same period of time. And then Ethereum is splitting the difference. It's down about 30% over that period of time. So when you look at the 6 projects that we picked, the only one that in fact beat BTC and ETH was Solana. But to be fair, look, it's been terrible for alts all of 2024. But we have to be objective here, right? Results are results. So that was Q1. Let's consider our Q2 recommendations. In Q2, we recommended SUI, S-U-I, Solana again, Centrifuge, ticker CFG, Chainlink, ticker LINK, and then, to play it a little bit safe, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And as you can see from the chart here, everything lost money in Q2. That includes everything from Bitcoin, which was down 12%, to the leading RWA platform, Centrifuge, down 51%. Even Sol, who had been the market darling of altcoins, was down 9% during that period of time. By the numbers, it clearly was a rough market just across the board for everybody. And other than some very specific and arguably niche meme coins, I'm not sure there were any projects that we could have picked in Q2 that actually made a profit. However, that being said, the lessons here from Q1 and Q2 are pretty clear. Bitcoin led the entire market while Solana led the altcoins. And then, like I said, nearly everything else did much worse. Then we have our Q3 picks that have similar themes, but now there's less time to perform well or poorly since making those recommendations. These picks are really only since July, and Q3 is kind of ending at the end of that month. So it's actually less than 3 months. But nonetheless, our picks here in this case were Bitcoin again, Solana again, Notcoin, ticker NOT, Goldfinch, ticker GFI, GraphLink, that's GLQ, the new Polygon, so ticker POL, P-O-L, ChainGPT, ticker CGPT, GRT, that's the graph again. Then we have FET, the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, and Mantra, ticker OM. So here we had a couple of repeats, as well as some deeper picks in areas that we like, particularly RWAs, real-world assets, and AI, artificial intelligence. And here so far, we're actually doing much better than the abysmal Q2 performance that I highlighted a moment ago. So far this quarter, RWA project Goldfinch is at break even, while Bitcoin, FET, and OM are in the money. They have returns of 3%, 50%, and 25%. Not bad so far, and many of our picks beat Ethereum, which was down 34% for the quarter. Ugly. The evidence from our sample here shows that market sentiment and conditions are better this quarter than they were in the first half of 2024.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
And like I said, upon review, we want to reflect and perhaps draw some conclusions, arrive at some lessons that we can glean from our experience so far. And probably the first one of them, not that we ever forgot about this, but this whole experience kind of reiterated the importance here. Don't ignore Bitcoin. I've said this before. I've said it 50 times before. But if you don't have at least some Bitcoin in your portfolio, then you're doing the crypto thing wrong. We've seen in almost every period this year in 2024 that more than 99% of projects did worse than Bitcoin. Again, you have the odd meme coin, the freak pump that is hard to predict. But that being said, Bitcoin has still done better than 99% of projects in cryptocurrency. So do not discriminate against Bitcoin just because it's old or big, or the days of the 50 times return in 6 months are gone due to BTC's size. Don't discriminate. Those are not good reasons to discriminate. Given the returns that we've seen, I bet most of you and us would love to see a 3x, a 5x, a 10x. Bitcoin can still do that with less risks than many of the altcoins out there. Another conclusion that we've drawn is that AI and RWAs are here to stay. Other than Sol, the fact is that many of the best performing altcoins belong to these two hot sectors in particular. Another lesson is to watch creators and to consider decentralized social. We are very early on platforms that are creator-centered or in decentralized social, like Story Protocol or Farcaster. And I think it's actually pretty likely that sometime in the next year or two, they're going to emerge as equally hot sectors to AI. And finally here, just something to contemplate. Is Solana dethroning ETH, potentially? Because Sol right now is the home of almost all retail activity. Solana and Sui are taking most of the action away from ETH in NFTs. Solana is crushing it in meme coins and also gaining in DeFi. This could very well continue, and already Sol has been one of 2024's best performers. We continue to recommend it, and I would continue to keep an eye on this project.